There's been many a time where I've watched Miraculous and thought, you know, this reminds me of Shugo Chara. Most of the things you mentioned were just common tropes in shows/cartoons and anime. Each time they put a Miraculous, I always found myself thinking, this feels familiar. Most of the other things are mainly just magical girl tropes, and the changing power thing is really more about the power system there. I watched and read Shugo Chara years ago, and the more episodes of Miraculous were shown, the more similarities I saw between the two shows. When you call basic anime tropes a rip-off, none of the 15 things you say are exclusive in either show. Honestly, I watched Shugo Chara when I was younger, and when I first got into Miraculous Ladybug, I was like, what? It's literally the same. I'd say that these similarities are just uncanny coincidences. I mean, every magical girl series will be similar to one another, So, it seems like most of you get it, but a few of you need some more convincing. Alright then, challenge accepted. Hello everyone, my name's Aloubell, and the first Miraculous Ladybug video I ever made was me accusing Miraculous Ladybug of ripping off the anime/manga Shugo Chara. It's also the video that helped my channel gain a lot of traction and essentially establish the direction this channel would go in. You know, reviews, rants, rewrites. It's my most popular video despite being so clunky, and to this day, I still cannot understand why that was the video that got so many people's attention. I can only imagine it was the controversial but likely true statement I made in the title. Who's to say? In any case, yes, I still stand by my bold statement. Even with the differences between the two, I still think that Miraculous Ladybug was super inspired by Shugo Chara. I don't actually think it's a rip-off, because it's clearly not, but you can't deny the Shugo Chara influence. I wouldn't make this so hard of a point if the creators, or heck, even Wikipedia, acknowledged the Shugo Chara inspiration, but nope, that honor goes to Sailor Moon. Like I said in the intro, most people who commented on that video agree with me and even thought the same thing before even watching my video, so I know I'm not insane. For the people who weren't convinced, their arguments mostly boiled down to, all of your points are just common shoujo and magical girl tropes. Miraculous didn't rip off anything at all. And here I will reply in the same way I replied to all those people. Yes, there are cliches and tropes that are staple to magical girl and shoujo anime. Yes, Miraculous Ladybug and Shugo Chara share many of them. However, not every single magical girl and shoujo anime use every single one of these tropes. If they did, the shows wouldn't be interesting. They all use different combinations of these tropes mixed with a pinch of unique ideas. It's the same reason why Akazuki Cha-Cha isn't the same thing as Full Moon wo Sagashite, or why Saint Tail isn't the same as Princess Tutu. To say that all magical girl shows or all shoujo anime are the same is a disservice to the wide array of experiences you get with these shows. So yes, Miraculous Ladybug and Shugo Chara are different, but I found it super suspicious how they share almost the same combination of tropes, and said tropes are presented in very similar ways. If the two shows weren't so suspiciously similar, then there wouldn't be so many people out there who agreed with me before even watching my video. And for the 2 or 3 people out there who pointed out to me that Miraculous Ladybug is much older than the current show because Thomas Astruc had old unofficial comics of it that had a completely different story and therefore couldn't possibly have ripped off Shugo Chara, to them I say, my accusations are pointed at the current iteration of Miraculous Ladybug, the one on TV and the one that most people are familiar with. Regardless of its origins, the current Miraculous Ladybug most likely took inspiration from Shugo Chara. Having said that, if you still don't agree with me, then at least hear me out for the remainder of this video, because I do, in fact, have more evidence to make my case. Big shout out to Emerald, who commented on that first Miraculous Ladybug video. They pointed out how Shugo Chara's second season, Shugo Chara Doki, which came out in 2008, is super similar to Miraculous Ladybug, which, just as a refresher, came out in 2015. I actually kind of forgot about that because I haven't seen Shugo Chara in years, so I forgot a lot of the details of the second season, but looking back into it, yeah, it really is. So without you, Emerald, this video wouldn't exist, so thank you. So sit back, relax, and let's discuss 22 more ways in which Miraculous, Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir was almost absolutely inspired by Shugo Chara. Number 1. The main character can combine her mascots to make a totally new transformation. Number 2. A main bad guy is French with light blonde hair, pale blue eyes, and a purple butterfly-esque accessory. Number 3. This French bad guy has an actress mother and French cook for a father. Number 4. Even the bad guy gets a cute mascot. Number 5, cute mascot, at some point, doesn't like what the bad guy is doing. Number 6, bad guy searches for people with negative emotions. They keep an eye on the people in their city to find that one person they can exploit for the day. Number 7, bad guy uses magical jewelry worn around or near necks that give them the power to use people's negative emotions to transform them into warped versions of their dreams/goals in hopes that this will somehow lead to them getting their hands on a magical thing that'll grant them a wish. Number 8, sometimes the reason to turn a specific person into the monster of the week is really stupid, and the bad guy knows this, but does it anyway because they are desperate for progress. Number 9, bad guy is doing the bad stuff for their loved one who happens to be a female family member and who also happens to be an actress. Number 10, bad guy has intentionally turned themselves into one of their monsters of the week. Number 11, sad cat boy has a cold father figure who works with or is part of the bad guys. Number 12, this father figure is a leader of a big company. Number 13, the bad guys transform sad cat boy without consent into an evil version of himself in which he lacks control and he ends up fighting the one he loves. Number 14, two of the bad guys clearly have a thing for each other. Number 15, main character meets and befriends a famous singer/musician. Number 16, one of the singers/musicians is directly blood related to a love interest. Number 17, main character is annoyed by sad cat boy's romantic advances and often makes her displeasure quite clear. Number 18, blonde person has an actress for a mother who is in some kind of trouble and the blonde person is sad because of their mother's current state. Number 19, blonde person desires to be carefree and less restrained. Number 20, blonde person has no dream for themselves. Number 21, the actress mom of the blonde person has smooth hair on top, a part in her hair on the left, and hair hanging off her left shoulder. And last but not least, number 22. Spotlight character of the season is half Asian, half French. And that's all I've got. For now. Please let me know in the comments if these points sound a little more convincing toward my argument. With the points of this video combined with the points of the other video discussing this topic, don't you think that things seem a tad too coincidental? On a more serious note, I must also ask that nobody harass or bully Astruck or anyone working on Miraculous Ladybug, not for any reasons in my videos or any reasons at all. I can't 100% confirm anything, even with the piles of evidence. Besides, at the end of the day, once again, Miraculous Ladybug is not plagiarizing anything. Inspiration is not plagiarism, when done correctly. It clearly has its own identity. I just wanted to bring to light one of its probable inspirations and raise more awareness of an anime that I consider one of my favorites. And if you haven't already, why not check out Shugo Chara? It's a super cute anime and manga that I highly recommend. If you choose to mostly read the manga, then I think it would be fun to at least watch the transformation sequences from the anime, as well as listen to the opening and ending theme songs. The anime has content that is exclusive to the anime only, but contrary to the statement I made about it in my last video, I recently found out that the anime ending and final season is canon and takes place after the ending in the manga. So, if you want the full story of Shugo Chara from beginning to end, you can start off reading the manga or watching the anime, but make sure you both read the manga ending and then watch the anime ending so that you have the entire story. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and give this video a thumbs up so that the algorithm can share it to more people. Thanks a bunch! As for now, that's all there is. There isn't any more.